Peace and love to my soul family. My name is Violet Wisdom. Welcome to my channel, Love Frequency Genre, a place where love is shared. Today we are going to be explaining how to read your natal chart. Hopefully all of you watched the video before. I will share the link in this video. And that link is basically a link to my other videos showing you how to go online and get your natal chart online. It's better to have a printed copy of it because then you can actually write in the notes that I'm going to be giving you today while explaining the natal chart. But anyway, I'm really excited about this, so let's get started.
Okay, so here we have my natal chart. You guys can see it down below. First off, we're going to look at just kind of how it flows. So first we're going to go to the top left-hand corner, and we're going to look at that box with your name and all of your information in it, and we're going to make sure everything in that box is correct. Okay, that's the first thing. Is it correct? Okay, great. Secondly, we're going to go down to the bottom left. There's like a chart down there with a list that's written out: Sun, Moon, Mercury, that list. We're going to read through it right now. So I'm going to read through mine, and then you should be reading through yours, because this will help you to get familiarized with your chart by saying it, you know. It'll help your mind to process it, okay? So I'm just going to read through mine, and you can see it on the chart. I'm just going to read through mine, but I need for you to read through yours. So if you want to pause this and read through yours, that's fine as well. All right, so I have Sun in Aquarius. I have Moon in Sagittarius, Mercury in Aquarius, Venus in Capricorn, Mars in Aquarius, Jupiter in Libra, Saturn in Libra, Uranus in Scorpio, Neptune in Sagittarius, Pluto in Libra, North Node in Leo, and Chiron in Taurus. I also have my AC in Libra, and my MC is in Leo. Okay? All right. So that's it for that. I just wanted to make sure you guys read through it and just understand that that whole section right there where your Sun, Moon, Mercury, all that is listed, that's just it's basically just a written out listed interpretation of the circle you see above. And then to the right of that, you'll also see like a bunch of symbols and like it looks kind of like a graph, like like steps, like stairs. That is your aspects. We are not going to be getting into that right now. That is way later, but I just wanted to let you know that that is what it is. It's your aspects between your planets, okay? All right, cool.
Okay, so here you see a copy of my natal chart from astro.com. And if you got yours from astro.com, yours is going to look exactly the same way. I did a video before this telling you exactly how to go online and get your astro.com natal chart. So if you don't have your natal chart, watch that video and then print out your natal chart so you can take notes. But anyway, here we have my natal chart on the screen, and it's from astro.com. Yours should look exactly like this if you went through the video that I made for you.
And it is a circular diagram with an outer circle divided into 12 sections, okay? And each of those sections has a different colored symbol on the inside. And then there is an inner circle also divided into 12 numbered sections and a bunch of symbols scattered around the outside of that one. Okay, so we're going to go through all of the outside symbols and all of the symbols that are scattered in the inside. And I'm going to tell you what each of those symbols mean. All right, so we're going to start off with the symbols on the outermost ring, the colored ones, and then we're going to work our way into the inner circle, the black symbols, okay? So, let's start with the colored ones. So, if you can, go to your natal chart and find this symbol. See it? This symbol. Find it on your natal chart and label it Aries. It is the first sign of the zodiac. It's the youngest sign of the zodiac. It's a fire sign. And just so you know, the order that I'm going in, this is the order that zodiac signs typically come in. So Aries is the first one. Find this symbol. It's a V. It's a red V. Find it on your chart and label it Aries. Okay. The next one is Taurus. Find this symbol. A green circle with horns on the top. Find this on your natal chart. It should be right next to the one we just found. And label it Taurus. It is an earth element. Earth sign element. The next one is Gemini. Find this on your chart. It should be right next to Taurus. Label it on the circle chart. We are looking on the circle chart. Label it. This is an air element. Then the next one is Cancer. Find this on your chart and label it Cancer. It's a water element. Kind of looks like a 69. Find it on your chart, label it. Next one is Leo. Find it on your chart, label it. It kind of looks like a circle with a tail. I don't know, it's kind of like, it looks like this. And this is a fire element. Find it on your chart, label it. Then next we have Virgo. Virgo is an earth element. Should be right next to Leo. Find it on your chart and label it. Looks like an M with an extra hump that's kind of curled in and crossing the line, like an X. Alright, next one is Libra. Kind of looks like a bed with a pillow. Find it on your chart, label it Libra. Also, if you don't have a printed out chart, you can just follow along with your chart pulled up on a different device, maybe a computer or a tablet or something. Libra is an air element. Then we have Scorpio. Scorpio is a water element. Find it on your chart, label it. It has this arrow, it's like an M with an arrow tail. Find it and label it. It's a water element. Then we have Sagittarius, which is a fire element. Find it on your chart, label it. Looks like an arrow. Then we have Capricorn. Capricorn is a earth element. Find it on your chart and label it. Then we have Aquarius, which is an air element. Find it on your chart, label it. If you need to pause this if I'm going too fast, feel free. And then last but not least, we have Pisces. Pisces is a water element. It looks like two E's connected by the middle line. Find it on your chart and label it.
And that's it for the signs. Take some time and really get to familiarize yourself with these signs, and I'll come back with the planets. Okay, so when you look at the chart in general, a circular chart, it looks like this, right? And it has the signs, which we just went through on the outer ring, and then in the inside you have the numbers, right? Those are the houses. And this is just a blanket one. But just so you know, Aries corresponds with the first house, and Pisces corresponds with the 12th house. So Taurus corresponds with the second house, and Gemini corresponds with the third house, and Cancer corresponds with the fourth house, typically speaking, okay? But depending on the time of birth, depends on what's going to be in your first house, okay? So, yeah. So it's going to change. But this is where you see the housing numbers labeled. Also, I wanted to show you that we have the AC line here, which is your ascendant line. Then we have the DC, which is opposite that here, in between the 6th and the 7th house. Then we have the IC here, which is between your 3rd and 4th house. And it's opposite the MC, which is in between your 9th and your 10th house. So the AC stands for ascendant. The DC stands for descendant. The MC stands for Madam Kulai. And the IC stands for Immune Kulai. So I just wanted to just touch on that, just so you can see it. Ascendant is very important. The descendant is your relationships. This is like where you come from, and this is where you're going. The MC is like your adult public life, and this is your home life. So the IC is your home life, and your midheaven is your public life. Your AC is your ascendant. It's like yourself, and then your descendant is like your relations to others. So just so you know, it's not on the astro.com chart. I haven't figured out how to put it on there yet, but once I figure it out, I'll let you guys know. But I just wanted to show you that. So within these houses that we just talked about, there's a bunch of other symbols that are in black. So we're going to go through those symbols now. So
We have the sun. It looks like that. It's like a circle with another circle in the middle, or a circle with a dot in the middle. Find that on your chart and label it. My sun is in the 5th house. You can see it. It's in the 5th house. Okay? Then we got the moon. Looks like a moon. If you look down at the bottom, label it. Next is Mercury. It looks like a little guy with horns. So your Mercury, label it. Venus. Looks like a little person with no horns. Find it and label it on your chart. Then you got Mars. Find it and label it on your chart. Mars is like a circle with an arrow coming out of it. We got Jupiter. My Jupiter is in the 1st house. So I don't know if you can see it, but if you look, My Jupiter is in the first house. My Saturn is also in the first house. Find Saturn and label it. My Uranus is in the second house. Where's your Uranus? Find it and label it. My Neptune, find your Neptune and label it. And we got Pluto. Looks like a P. Find it and label it. Then we have True Node. Find it and label it. And then we have Chiron. My Chiron's in the 8th house. Find it and label it.
All right, now that you've seen the number system and you know the planets and everything, I just have 2 questions for homework. What house does your Aries fall in? And then secondly, what falls in your first house? Like everything that falls in your first house. Like what sign is in your first house? What planets are in your first house? And then also the first question, which is, where does your Aries fall? Okay, and just put it in the comment section below. Okay, so if you followed along and you labeled everything as I just instructed, then everything at this point, after this point, should be really easy to figure out your birth chart. You don't necessarily need an astrologer to interpret it. You can do it yourself.
Basically what you'll do is you'll go to your circle chart and it'll say, let's say you didn't have the list at the bottom, you just had the circle chart. And this is something you can help other people with as well. Basically, you just go to your circle chart, you look at the house, you look at the sign, and you look at the planet. So let's say you have, like on my chart here, I have Sun in Aquarius, right? So, because I found the Sun symbol, which I labeled, and then it's in Aquarius, which I also labeled that symbol, and then it's also in the 5th house. So you can go to Google and you can put in Sun in Aquarius, Sun in 5th house. And it'll bring up different vlogs and websites and YouTube videos that'll tell you all about Sun in Aquarius and Sun in the 5th house. You can also put Aquarius in the 5th house and see if something comes up. Like you can just put in different things. But if you just want to like do videos, if you don't want to read, you can just go to YouTube and do the same thing. Just put a Sun in Aquarius or Aquarius in the 5th house or Sun in the 5th house. And it will give you everything you need. Like it's such a beautiful thing. And you can learn so much about it. And you really don't need an astrologer. You don't have to pay for an expensive,
But if for whatever reason you need clarity, like you need to know how they interact with each other and how they mingle, then an astrologer would be beneficial. And if you need help with that, you can just hit me up in my DM on Instagram. I'll put that I'll put that in the description box. But you can just DM me and I can totally help you with whatever you need. And I work based off of donations, so I don't have like an expensive price or anything. You just donate to me and I'll help you. Alright, but anyway, that's pretty much it. I hope that this video really helped you to understand how to read your natal chart better. So I hope this was helpful, and I'm really excited about more videos to come. And the next video is because this is the series for astrology basics. So the next video, I'm gonna be talking about qualities and elements. All right? Peace and love.